Welcome back to another Social Media 101 installment. We normally like to cover social media platforms, but today we're going to be covering something different. It's an augmented reality gaming app called Pokemon Go. So what is it? It's a gaming app based on the original handheld game Pokemon, but with a new spin. The goal of the game is to catch as many Pokemon as you can. Now in the original Pokemon video game, you caught all your Pokemon in a virtual world. But in Pokemon Go, you have to catch it in the real world. Now to catch your Pokemon, you have to go out and actually walk around town. To locate them, you use the game's GPS mapping system to find them. Now be very, very quiet. I think we found one. There he is right there. Now to catch him, all you gotta do is simply swipe up and throw your Pokeball at him. Yeehaw! Now besides catching your Pokemons, there's also something called Pokestops, and I think we just found one right over here. So Pokespots are basically locations in the real world marked on your in-game app. You can go to these to nab items such as Pokeballs or eggs. Eggs later on in the game hatch into full-grown Pokemon. So as you can see, there's confetti around the Pokestop, and what that is called a lure. That lures other Pokemon in around the area and lets you catch them. Alright, let's catch this Pokemon and move on. Gotcha. Now there's a lot more to the game, but that's just some of the basics. What we want to discuss is some of the dangers associated with the game if you don't follow the Pokemon Go Safe Play guidelines. Alright, so let's talk about age requirements. The minimum age you have to be to open an account is 13. If your child's under 13, you as a parent is going to have to go to the Pokemon Training Club and agree to their terms of use. So the obvious danger is that you're so engaged in the game that you might trip over objects, or you could even run into things like trees. Put that there. Or even worse, you could step into traffic and get hit by a car. Another danger is the game forces you to explore real-world environments. So if you're at a park, you might find bug-type Pokemon. If you're by a body of water, you might find water-type Pokemon like this little guy here flopping. Well, since we're here, we might as well catch the little guy. A fishy, 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 fishy. Got him. Now this is obviously a shallow body of water. What if it was a lake, ocean, or a deep pool? There's some dangers associated with that. Now let's talk about the not so obvious dangers. The front of our police station is an actual Pokestop. As you saw before, Pokestops hold a lot of goodies for players to collect. Now other Pokestops might not be as safe as the front of a police station. Now if I'm a bad guy, I know where to sit and wait for your children to arrive. Another not so obvious danger. What if your child spots a Pokemon in somebody's yard or in their home? Are they going to be inclined to knock on that stranger's door and ask if they can retrieve the Pokemon? Hope not. Alright, there's one in there. What if there's a Pokemon in private property? Is your child going to trespass to go catch that Pokemon? These are some of the not so obvious dangers that are associated with playing the game. Finally, there's Pokemon that come out during the daytime and Pokemon that only come out during the nighttime. This might entice your children to go out in the middle of the night to hunt for Pokemon. Just something to think about. All in all, Pokemon Go is a fun game. Get your kids outside the house and exercising. Matter of fact, the more your kids walk, the more items they can unlock in the game. It's a good idea to monitor your children while they're playing the game and take notice of some of the dangers that we pointed out in this video. I'm Nick with Miami PD. Don't forget to share our video, like our page so you can catch the next Social Media 101 installment. Now I'm going to sit outside and wait for these nighttime Pokemon to show up. Gotta catch them all.